And you can have animals, too, if you have your own home.
It's true. Big, giant, slobbery dogs. But you can't have it if you're in an apartment.
No. Can't have fish either.
Yeah. Can't have fish? What?
Some apartments you can't have any animals. No fish.
Birds?
No water beds, no fish.
Hamsters?
No animals.
Scorpions? Talk about today. Welcome to the Main Street Minute. And today we want to talk about buying a home. And as a buyer, what kind of steps do you need to do to get ready to buy a house? How much house can you afford? You know, how to pick the right real estate agent. And there's no such thing as a perfect home, I guess. Really what it comes down to is getting the process, getting it started. Right, Claire?
Yes.
Okay.
So we start with speaking to a bank, getting pre-approved.
A mortgage lender.
Mortgage lender, yes. Yeah. Okay. So that's where you would start because you want to know how much house you can afford.
It's true.
Or what your payment would be. And/or what your payment would be, correct?
Usually people are asking about how much, will my payment be?
Okay.
Well, I want my payment to be in this area. And that's where a mortgage professional is going to tell you, say, okay, if that's what you want to be, we have to then be conscious of how much the taxes are for the property, what your insurance is going to be for the property, because that's really what your payment's going to be. You've got to take into consideration taxes and insurance.
Yes.
So principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is really your monthly payment. So it will allow you to continue going out to dinner every Thursday or Wednesday and Friday with your friends and having coffee every morning. And your lifestyle is going to be what your lifestyle is going to be, and your habits are going to be your habits. And the idea of having a good mortgage professional is they take into account the things that you do, and they have a conversation with you, and they ask you where you want to be comfortable. How much are you paying now? What is your current mortgage payment now? What is your rent payment now? And if your payment goes up by $800 a month, is that going to be a big deal for you? What does that look like? Those are the questions that you're going to have to come into contact with and have discovery of.
When you become a homeowner, life does change. So there is yard work.
Sure, yeah.
There is always some kind of maintenance going on.
My kids were, 3, 4 years old. We had the stick job. I had to go around and pick up sticks.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So there's always something to do to maintain. So if you were somebody that used to go away 2 or 3 times a year, it may be down to 1. 1 time a year, just because your responsibilities have changed.
Sure.
Because one of the things that I always ask first-time home buyers is, what is your lifestyle? If you're not somebody that likes to be outside, that likes to mow lawns, who likes to shovel snow.
Maybe a condo is for you.
Maybe a condo. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes you need to point that out, because it's not just going in the house and entertaining. Mm-hmm. It's everything.
From opening windows in the spring cleaning, to, if you're not into, like you said, into condos, but you're still not into mowing your own lawn, maybe a homeowners association neighborhood might be, or for gated communities, things like that.
So you really have to decide what you want first and what type of property that's going to work for you and your lifestyle.
Sure.
Yeah. Like I said, especially people who are first starting out, I find this all the time. I find it with, young people who have a very busy job. If they're traveling, owning their own home may not be the way to go, because you have to mow your lawn. You have to take care of the removal of the snow in your sidewalk. That's the law. You have to, maintain the outside, maintain the inside. So maybe if you're not around to be able to do all this stuff, maybe a condo is the place to go. Because
or the homeowners association, one of the two, something like that, where you have a maintenance agreement,
correct.
And you have, if you live in the northeast or northern part of the country, snow and ice, sub-freezing temperatures, they become an issue. If you if you're a traveler and you don't properly have the home heated, then frozen pipes could be devastating. If the cost is enormous, it can be enormous.
Yes. Or just the shoveling the sidewalks. You
Sure.
get fined if you don't shovel.
And the idea of actually being a homeowner, you have certain freedoms that you don't have being a tenant. Because as a tenant, you have the rules that have to be followed by the property owner. As a property owner, your rules basically take precedence. So if you want to entertain, you like gardening a lot. You can grow your own garden. You can put landscaping in place that is suitable to your tastes. Mm-hmm. So when you get to come home at night or whenever you work, coming home is something that's pleasant and nice. You can plant bushes. You can, whatever.
Well, I think home ownership as a whole,
it changes you.
And is such a positive thing
Sure.
because you pull in to your home, it's
Mm-hmm.
yours.
Yes.
Whatever it may be, whether it's a single family,
Mm-hmm.
it's a condo, it's a multifamily, it's
And all your
yours.
friends, instead of going downtown, maybe just come over to your house.
Absolutely.
And it costs you about $300 less.
Wow.
So,
Yes.
saves you money.
Yes.
And it builds equity at the same time.
Yes.
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 Thank you, everybody, for watching Main Street Minute. Please be sure to tune in again and share with your friends. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Thank you.